From the ring, well, let's just get to athletics now. Blessing Okagbare is talking about how young athletes can actually, develop and how they can be at the very top of their game whenever they get on track. Let's listen to her.
They have to be actually ready. Because most time when I sit down and I talk to them and I'm like, do you really want it? Because I've seen a lot of people while we started at the same time, and with the frustration, the criticism, and everything that comes from our people, like the fans and people in Nigeria, they give up. So I tell them, that's why I told you, like, passion is something that you really have to have as an individual. So I tell them, like, you have to be driven by passion. You have to love what you do, regardless of what is coming out of it. If there's no money coming out of it, you just have to be ready to actually give the best that you can. And you have the talent, you have to extremely work. Even if you have a talent and you're not working towards it, everything is just going to be a waste. It's going to be a waste. So you have to work hard. One time I was talking to someone, the person said, does he have to be blessed in Okagbare? And I was like, I don't sit down and expect miracles. Trust me, I work my butt off. I really, really do. I try to, because it is not about being a champion. It's about staying there. That's the most difficult part of it. If you're nobody and you don't even win, nobody will recognize. Now, if I don't win a medal, everybody knows I did not, because I have built that, I've come to that stage that people will actually recognize. So that's one of the most difficult parts. So I tell them to just, have the passion for yourself. If you really, really do have the passion, nothing's going to stop you, no matter how hard or difficult it is. And I think a lot of them are doing so well, as much as they can get support from the people on top that can really, really support them. I think we have some great athletes, and I show, wow. I think we need to try as much as we can. So it doesn't have to be 100% support. And I know, like, this year, I've been running for Nigeria for a couple of years, and I know how many times people don't even call me to ask me, how is your training going? How are you preparing? They only let me know, hello, when are you coming in? What time is your flight? Like, did you even call me to ask me if I'm actually preparing for this competition? Things like that. We have to try as much as we can to follow up on athlete, because we lack so much on that area. We don't follow up on athlete, and if something happens, you don't even know what's going on with the athlete. If I'm coming to the championship with an injury, I only tell you what you know. How about you trying to call my coach behind me? Nobody calls my coach. It's been years, nobody called. One time he called me and he's like, you need to sit down and focus. But the younger ones that are coming, we have to try as much as we can to encourage them. Sometimes it doesn't have to be even the money all the time. A little call them and actually check on them, how they're doing, how's the progression coming up. And finances is something like we really, really need in sport. Sport is not cheap. To actually get on the podium, even get on the top making standards, it's not cheap. If you see the Olympics coming up next year, there's no B standard. They used to have B standards, but now it's all strictly A. So if you don't make it, you don't make it. Don't show up. That's what they're trying to tell you. Don't come. That's what they're saying. Like, don't come at all. If you don't have the standard, you don't have. There's no B. We're not petting anybody. You have to be ready. So that's what it is. So, like, we have to try as much as we can to encourage the people that we know that are going to get there, because we've been slacking in so many areas. If we actually put a lot of things together, like the support, mentally, physically, financially, I think we get as much as with the top athlete that we really need, we'll get them. And we'll get the medals too that we want to actually be on top of the game.